Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box here on Jared Takes the L, and today's episode is really cool because honestly this is something that we've never done before on Jared Opens a Box, something that's never even been on Jared Takes the L to begin with. This is a completely new thing. It is of course a Funko Pop, one that I was honestly incredibly surprised to see being made because it's like it wasn't really something that I ever imagined Funko wanting to do. But I'm I'm ecstatic that they actually did something like this. This is a classic, instant classic video game that came out probably back in maybe the 80s and 90s somewhere. I really don't remember exactly when the original one came out. There's been so many different iterations that have come out over the years. But this one, a true classic. And I guess without further ado, we'll just go ahead and introduce it here. This is from the Oregon Trail. I'm sure many of you know that game, or you have at least heard of it before. It was a very classic 8-bit game where it was like a choose-your-own-adventure type game where you were traveling the Oregon Trail. Your goal is to, of course, make it to the end, but not without quite the trials and tribulations. Yeah, like I said, it was an instant classic game. I played it quite a few times in my day. I'd love to play it on Jared Takes the L. They actually did just do a newer version of the game just came out, I think, on Switch and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe down the line, maybe we will get to do the Oregon Trail. But here it is. The pop that they decided to make is this one. It's huge. It's a very big pop here. This is the Oxen and the Wagon. There are no human characters or anything for this pop, which kind of makes sense because back in the original one, you never really see any of the human characters. They just are kind of there. This is the Oxen and Wagon. This is basically what you would have seen the entire time while you're journeying through the game. This is pretty much exactly what you would see. So I love the little where it has the name down here. It's in like the classic 8-bit style. It even looks like it's in a little dialogue box, which is awesome detail on the box. Over here it says the Oregon Trail. So right there is pretty cool. This is actually part of the pop. It's actually a pop ride, which we haven't really had many of those, if we've had any. It's probably been few and far between. But yeah, this is part of that series, even though the number seems to match up with the Pop Games line, 982. There definitely have not been 982 Pop rides, so I'm assuming that that number is actually part of the Pop Games line. The back of the box, super cool. There is kind of the classic look for the game back there. You have the pop right here, and then of course in the back you have the old pixelated, you have a pixelated flag and a house, some trees and some grass, and that's pretty much about as detailed as that game would have gotten, you know. And it's truly amazing that we actually got this. Alright, let's go ahead and open this one up. I'm really excited to see how they did this one. Only our second 8-bit pop on the channel. Of course, we just had the Marvel ones a little bit earlier this month. This one is also an 8-bit pop. Let's go ahead and take it out here. If I can. I don't want to break it. It could be a little fragile. It also comes with this little backdrop in there as well, which is super cool. We got mountains and a little river there, so they went all out, really. They went all out with this one. Alright. And here it is. The Oxen and the Wagon. Now this one honestly is not very sturdy. The oxen are only held together by this piece right here, so that could be a little, a little tricky right there, so definitely be careful. It's the oxen are actually kind of wobbling there, so I gotta be careful. The oxen are both pretty well detailed, I guess. They're, 8-bit styled, pixelated. It kind of looks like they just copy and pasted them, but I mean, honestly, why wouldn't you? It saves them resources. It makes a lot of sense. The wagon itself is pretty well detailed as well. For what it's worth. I mean, the wagon was never exactly the most detailed thing, but it even says the Oregon Trail as well on the wagon. And it's got the little pixelated wheels. The wheels do not move. I wasn't really expecting them to, or at least they shouldn't move. If they do, then the pop's probably broken. The inside of the wagon is just pitch black. You can't really see anything in there on each side there. But again, pretty much replicates exactly what the game would have been like. So this ended up looking really, really cool. I never thought, truthfully, in a million years, in the near 5 years that I've been doing Jared Opens a Box, so I would be reviewing a pop that is just 2 oxen pulling a wagon. But that is the beauty sometimes of this show, especially with something like the Oregon Trail. But yeah, this ended up looking really, really cool. Honestly, might be one of my favorite pops of the year. I mean, the detail into it, the box and the actual pop itself is insane. I think they really, really went all out for this one. And I really hope that we do get some other classic games kind of like this, because they really knocked it out of the ballpark with this one. And yeah, in terms of a rating, I feel like I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I honestly think this is seriously a candidate for Pop of the Year, just because of the sheer absurdity of it, and yet it's so well detailed for, being such a classic game. And yeah, there it is, the Oregon Trail, Oxen, and Wagon. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, or thoughts on the Oregon Trail. If you want me to bring it to Jared Takes the L, I have no issue with that. I'd love to do it personally. But yeah, there it is. Super cool. I just wish it wasn't so wobbly. That makes me a little nervous, But I mean, if you set it on a solid surface, really shouldn't be any issue there. But other than that, be a little careful with it, or have a hot glue gun ready. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. A bit of a shorter one today since it was just the one pop. There wasn't really much else you could do with the Oregon Trail. So that's pretty much as good as it's going to get. When we come back next week, it is, of course, going to be not only Thanksgiving weekend, but also Survivor Series weekend for WWE. And that, of course, means we're going to be taking a look at some new WWE Funko Pops. Really excited for that video, so don't forget to check that one out next Saturday. But that's going to do it for now, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the Oregon Trail Funko Pop. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.